What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Waves Weekly. Sorry it's been a while since I posted. I was away on vacation for a little bit, but hey, we have a bunch of good news to talk about today. If you've been following with the past two Waves Weeklies, you know that I've been very patiently waiting for Death Stranding 2 to finally be released on PC, and on the state of play, we got that announcement date. Right now it's set for March 19th, and I pre-ordered the game as soon as I saw it. I'm so excited. I've never played Death Stranding 2, and I've been trying my hardest to avoid spoilers, and I just can't wait to play it. Um, but for Kojima fans in general, it's been a great month. We also got the Master Collection Volume 2 announced at the State of Play with Metal Gear Solid 4 and Peace Walker. I actually played both. I bought a PS3 just to play Metal Gear Solid 4, which I think was a worthwhile purchase, and I emulated Peace Walker using Xenia. But they're both great games, and I think it's a great collection, and I think that it's amazing that Metal Gear Solid 4 is finally being released from the prison of the PS3. And Peace Walker, there's the HD collections, and you could emulate them, but that's also a really great game, and it has a really unique cutscene style and animation style that I really like. The release date for the Master Collection 2 is set for August 27th, 2026, and both Death Stranding 2 and Master Collection 2 both have their Steam store pages up, and you can pre-order the games right now. But just in general, it's been a very great state of play for Metal Gear and Death Stranding fans, and I can't wait to play both games. In other news regarding the state of play, we did get some news about Resident Evil Requiem and another trailer. So far, the game's looking great, and I can't wait to play it. It's coming out very soon this month, and I just can't wait to see what it has to offer. Like, we got Leon in a Porsche. Like, there is no other zombie game that does that. One thing that has stuck out to me during the Requiem trailers is how well they did the character design in contrast with Resident Evil 6 Leon and then Resident Evil 9 Requiem Leon. Here's kind of a comparison to kind of show what I'm talking about. But they did a really good design just kind of showing how he's aged over the years and how much change he's went through. We did get another marathon trailer, which looks pretty cool. But the main other thing I'm pretty excited about is the God of War trilogy remake. We didn't get any gameplay showcase rather than just some Roman numerals popping up on the screen. But it does look pretty cool and does sound really exciting that we're going to get a remake of such a well received trilogy. And I can't wait to see what the remake comes to. And I've actually never played the games before, the original games, but I have played, the new God of War and Ragnarok, but I have not played the original three, so it's definitely going to be an experience for me. We also did get a Control Resonant gameplay trailer. It actually looks really cool, and it reminds me a lot of Devil May Cry, especially Devil May Cry 5. But I have never played the original Control game. From what I've heard, it has a really wacky story and pretty cool combat. But Resonant looks badass, and I'm definitely going to give it a try when it comes out. Saber also announced an untitled John Wick game, and that seems pretty cool because it has Keanu Reeves as John Wick in the game, and judging by his acting in Cyberpunk, we could get a really good game out of this. For my Silent Hill fans, there was a new game announcement called Silent Hill Townfall. I actually haven't played any of the Silent Hill games before. I know, but I want to give it a try one day. But this game does look pretty cool because they're changing to first person, and I believe that all the other Silent Hill games are third person, so we could definitely see something pretty cool out of this too. We also did get another Pragmata trailer, and this game actually reminds me quite a bit of Death Stranding. Judging by the gameplay that they showed in the trailer, there was a little bit of walking and just kind of walking around the atmosphere and looking at the art style and stuff like that. And it reminded me a lot of Death Stranding, and I would believe that this game is probably a little bit inspired by Death Stranding, but the gameplay does look pretty cool too. I've yet to play the demo, but I'm definitely going to give it a try soon and report back on what I think about it, but it definitely does look pretty cool. That's all I'm going to say about the state of play for now because we had a stacked state of play. It was longer than an hour, and we had a ton of game announcements and a ton of trailers, and I think it was definitely one of the best ones, especially with the Death Stranding 2 PC port and the Metal Gear Master Collection 2. Besides from the state of play, though, Xenoblade X is actually getting a Switch 2 port, with 60 FPS and 4K upscaling, and that's actually pretty cool because usually when Nintendo does like one game part of a series to a Switch 2 port, from what we've seen so far at least, it's likely there's going to be the rest of the Xenoblade series on Switch getting the Switch 2 ports as well. So that's some pretty good news for about people who like Xenoblade. For more news regarding God of War, Sony Santa Monica, apparently their next game is going to be announced this summer. At a fan expo in Vancouver, Christopher Judge, the Kratos actor, told a YouTube streamer that he's not going to be involved with the God of War trilogy remake because T.C. Carson's going to be the original voice actor. But this is probably going to be a part of the new God of War game series, like the 2018 release and Ragnarok. And I have heard some people saying it wasn't a very credible source, but the literal actor for Kratos is teasing a game. Like, who else better would there be to tease the game? I mean, I don't think we would get the game just shadow dropped like we did with that other game, but I think he's teasing a trailer, not just a super quick announcement. So it's possible when the game gets announced this summer, we won't even see it until maybe even 2027. But for God of War fans, 2026 is looking pretty great with all these announcements. 2026 is also looking pretty good for Metal Gear fans because, as I said earlier, we got the Volume 2 Master Collection announcement, but we also got Solid Snake as an operator coming to Rainbow Six Siege. And what's crazy about this is usually in the past, Ubisoft has done things to where, like, you'll have crossovers and it'll be like a skin for a certain operator. It'll just be a skin and nothing more to that. But we have a whole entire operator for Solid Snake, and it's pretty cool since his special ability is the Solid and Radar Mark III, and his gun is the Tacit 45. But it's crazy to see that he's in the game as a permanent operator, and he's even voiced by David Hayter, which is even better. That's all I have to talk about today. We had a really great state of play to talk about, and a lot of good news just regarding a ton of different video games. And 2026 is looking like a great year for gaming so far. A lot of announcements, though, and a lot of dates given to us, so we're going to have to wait a little bit, but that's okay. It's always how it's been. But when Death Stranding 2 comes out for PC, definitely expect me to upload another video essay because I already know I'm going to like Death Stranding 2 because so many people have said so many good things about it, and I just can't wait to play it. But definitely expect another video essay. And if you haven't watched my video essay on Death Stranding 1, please go give that a watch because I definitely put a lot of love into that video and had a great time making it, and I can't wait to make another one for Death Stranding 2. So expect the Death Stranding 2 video essay sometime around mid-March when I finish the game. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a great one, and I'll see y'all on Waves Weekly number 4.